Hey gang, in your next assignment, what you're going to do is create a spreadsheet of your shopping list. So you can use Google Sheets to organize the list of items that you want, how many you want, in this case, quantity, the price of the item, and then how much it's going to cost you. Because the price isn't always exactly what it is it's going to cost you, depending, because that's dependent on the quantity that you put here. So I want you to use Google Sheets to insert all of these items. Now you need to visit your choice of grocery store, Giant Eagle, Shop and Save, and you need to include the logo in which in which store you choose. So for instance, if you say we like to shop at Aldi's, I typed in Aldi's logo and I'm just going to right click. And remember, right click, I think on your Chromebook is a double finger tap on your mouse pad. So I don't think you really have a right click, but if you double finger tap one time with two fingers, it should bring up your right click menu, which I just did here as well. Go down to copy image and you can come back to your shopping list and you can use a good old Control V and paste and then move it to the top. Now you can resize it using the corner resizing handle. So if this is Aldi's, then you can put Aldi's information up here for the logo. Okay, I'm going to pretend to use Giant Eagle, but if you use Shop and Save, then you would put Shop and Save up here. You have to enter in item, quantity, price, and cost, just like I have it here. We'll list these items. Now, here are your directions. You have $30 to spend. So down here, you want to make sure that you type in $30. Now, when you type in $30, boys and girls, I'm going to make this black so you can see it. Notice I have the dollar sign there, and the dollar sign is put in using the format currency. So I would make all of these currency because grocery total is going to be currency, and if you're over under budget, amount is going to be currency. Price, you can select all of these. What's the cell range? C6 through C13, and make those currency as well. And same thing with cost, all the way down to total currency. And now what you need to do is go to Giant Eagle or go to Aldi or Shop and Save. If you want to go to a few different ones, that's okay, but you really only need to pick one. If I would go to Giant Eagle, let's say I would go and over to the Giant Eagle website. Sorry. When I click on the Giant Eagle website, and you can go to Aldi's, you can go to Shop and Save. I might want to search for, what's the first thing on my list? Milk. If I search for milk, and you could put half gallon in there to narrow down your searches. I can see that a half gallon of milk, and I'll use the Giant Eagle brand. If you don't like the Giant Eagle brand, then find the brand that you like, $1.97. So you'll come back to your shopping list, half gallon of milk. I'm going to type in $1.97. Now, after you type in $1.97, you now have to calculate the cost. Now, the cost is going to be your quantity times your price. If you remember from the past spreadsheet that you've done with budgeting, you hit the equal sign. You click on quantity, which is B6, times, which is shift in the number 8, the little asterisk, C6, and hit enter. You will calculate, and I'm sorry I have these numbers turned on white text, $1.97. Now you're going to look for a loaf of bread, a pack of cookies, now only one, apples, 2 pounds, so whatever the price per pound is, put here, box of cereal, granola bar, a yogurt cup, and eggs. Then you're going to total all of these up. So yes, you did the calculations, quantity times price, to get each price of the item specifically. But now I want a grand total of all of these items. So for total, you're going to add up all of these. And if you remember, equal sign SUM, sum, meaning add. You want to add all of these up. Close your parenthesis. When you do that, you'll get a total. Now, in my case, it's $29.41. I have $30 to spend. Do I have enough? Well, looking at that, you know that you do. But if you click here in B17, you'll hit the equal sign and you want to transfer this down. So click on that number and hit enter. And when you transfer this down, whoops, you now need to do the math. 30 minus 29.41. So what you're going to do here is hit the equal sign, click on your $30, B16 minus B17, and hit enter. So you have 59 cents left over. Now, if you notice, you have enough money. So yes, you can afford everything on your shopping list. So I am going to double click and make this green and say that I am under budget. Okay. If I'm over budget, double click this and make it red. So if you were over, so for instance, let's say that I bought 2 half-gallon milk, $31.38. So now that I put this at 2, I now have $31.38 spent on my grocery list. So if you notice, this turns into a negative number. I'm over budget. So now I would make this red and turn this back to, oops, I apologize, and turn this back to black. Okay, I'm over budget. I don't necessarily need to do this, but I can see that negative number, meaning I am over budget. So again, what you need to do is create your spreadsheet just like I have here. Do your calculations as you see that I have done here. Figure out your costs, your total. $30 is your cash amount, so everybody's going to have $30 there. Copy down your grocery total by using formulas. If you notice, I'm going to be able to check this and see, do you have a formula here? Do you have one here? Do you have one here? Do you have a formula in the formula bar up here? This one should not, because you're typing in $30. Your grocery total. Do you have a formula in there? And same thing for this last part. And what I'd like for you to do is add a different logical statement. It's another type of formula so that Excel automatically tells you whether or not you can afford your grocery list by saying yes or no. So yes, we went in and we used the calculations to figure out if we could afford all the items on our grocery list. And you can see that here. Okay, even if I change this to 2, now notice it's negative, so we can't afford. We would need another $1.38. But if you notice down here, can you afford all of, and that should say your groceries? Right now it says no, but when I change this up here to 1 gallon of milk, it's going to automatically recalculate here, here, down here, and also under and or over budget. In addition, it now says, yes, you can afford your groceries. So how do you make this say yes? And how do you make this say no? It's a logical statement called an if statement. And I'm going to do it right below so you can see me work through it. You're going to type the equal sign to start a formula, if parenthesis. So what needs to happen here? Well, we know that the problem is you only have $30 to spend and you want to know whether or not you can afford all of your groceries. In the case that I have here right now, it says that I cannot afford my groceries. So what is that dependent on? That's dependent on if my grocery under or over budget is equal to 0 or higher. Or you could say, if my grocery budget is less than 0, meaning a negative number, then no, you can't afford it. So if this number here, B18, if B18 is less than 0, if it's less than 0, comma. And this is our test. So Excel goes up and says, if this cell here is less than 0, in this next part, you're going to put the answer if this is true. So if you think about this, B18 is less than 0. Is that true? Yes, it is. It's true. So if it's true, what word do we want to put in this cell? So in quotations, because words have to go in quotations, we're going to say, no, you can't afford it, comma. Make sure there's no spaces here. If B18 is greater than 0, regardless if it's a penny, if it's 2 cents, it's 10 cents, or if it's actually 0, if it's 0, that means you spent all $30 and you can afford everything, then yes, you can afford it. So in quotations, you're going to put the word YES. Then you have to close your parenthesis. So basically this is saying if B18 is less than 0, no, you can't afford the groceries. But if it is greater than 0, here's your false answer. If this is false, put yes. So if I hit enter, it's going to say no. But if I go up here and change this back to 1, again, this is going to recalculate. So is this number. So is this and this number. In addition, this will change to yes because previously when we did this, we were under $30. So when I hit enter up here now, this recalculated, this did, so did this, and now these say yes. So again, when you go through, to recap, you have to find the grocery store you want to make all your purchases at, whether it's Aldi, Shop and Save, or Giant Eagle. You don't need all three. I just wanted to show you how you can go up and put these in. So I'm going to delete these ones for now. I chose Giant Eagle. I went in. Now, how is this adding up? I have all of these already filled in. I just have them as a white color. But anyway, half gallon of milk, loaf of bread, pack of cookies, apples, cereal, granola bars, 1 package, yogurt cup, and eggs. Figure out the price. Locate the price. Figure out the cost and then the total using sum. Type in your $30 cash that you have to spend. Your grocery total. Figure that out. Copy that down. And are you under or over budget? Then you are going to put in, can you afford all your groceries? Yes or no. And you got to use that if statement. So if you need to, you can rewind this video a little bit and follow me through so you know how to do it. But go ahead and set up your grocery list and do your calculations. And this is going to be due on Wednesday. So make sure that you're going in today and creating the spreadsheet, locating all the prices, and completing the cost, and submit it to me by Wednesday at 3 o'clock. If you get finished with it prior, you can submit it to me earlier. Thanks, gang.